movement from left to right, stayed on the left side of the floor. You get a quality shot from JaVale McGee for a little pull-up, but ultimately just not a lot of good movement from the Phoenix Suns on the offensive end.
Dinwiddie spins on Johnson. Great move. Spencer, this ball so far, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a couple of dimes as well. McGee with a height advantage. Great move inside for the bucket.
And that's when we talk about not having a deficiency.
And another turnover by the Suns. Dinwiddie with the layup. And Monty Williams calls timeout, and he's going to have a
free throws to a good team like Phoenix.
Well, redeem this locker code, 2K22, anyone, anywhere. Well, Cam Johnson, of course, played at North Carolina. His former head coach, Hubert Davis, made it to the Final Four this year, came a game away from winning the national championship. Spoke with Hubert a little bit earlier tonight. He said that he's expecting big things from Cam's brother, Puff. He was sixth man on the North Carolina squad that lost in the final to Kansas.
Yeah, I know.
Theo Pinson, North Carolina.
I'm a North Carolina person. Anything against Duke, I'm all for. But you know, look, shout out to Coach K, just an amazing career, including knocking me out of one.
You remember, huh?
Oh, I'll never forget. I stay petty.
Okay. I knew there was something I liked about you. Here's Chris Paul. On the switch, Kleba picks him up. Ayton with a mismatch, and that's what the Suns do so well. They find those mismatches and exploit them, and Ayton will go to the free throw line. That's going to be the 15th foul against the Mavericks. Booker and Bridges getting ready to come back into the ball game, as are Doncic and Bullock for Jason Kidd.
And I know DeAndre Ayton doesn't get that same fanfare at the center spot as a Jokic, as a Joel Embiid, but he is so important to everything that Phoenix does. And when we talk about them not having any sort of weakness, it's because if you try and switch a small or even a medium player on the Ayton, it's an easy layup, it's an easy bucket, and the Suns, they will just take what you give them. They're not going to force something. There is very, very little agenda basketball when it comes to the Phoenix Suns.
Well, Monty Williams' counterpart, Jason Kidd, made it a point on the eve of the series against the Phoenix Suns to mention the fact that, yeah, DeAndre Ayton is a different variable to deal with in the middle than in the previous series when they're playing against Rudy Gobert and the Jazz. And Ayton only had 9 points in game 2, hampered by foul trouble. He's got 4 here tonight.
And he's a lot more mobile in the pick and roll and guarding smalls than I think people give him credit for.
Brunson on the drive, had it knocked away. You know, Jalen Brunson actually played against Chris Paul a lot, was mentored and taught by Chris Paul a lot while he was playing at Villanova. In the summer times a lot, they'd scrimmage against each other. So Jalen Brunson might have a little bit of corporate knowledge on Chris Paul. I'm not sure that matters. I'm just trying to make a good story.
You're trying, because Chris Paul ain't teaching nobody everything, right? Chris Paul is not. But right there, Brunson with the little high floater. Chris Paul is going to always keep that competitive advantage. He'll give you enough, but not enough to have an advantage over him.
14 for Brunson after that bucket. Ayton missed the jump hook. Luka with the board. Dallas leading by 10 as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. Ntilikina getting early minutes here for the Mavericks. Chris Paul guarding Doncic, trying to back him down. Paul held his ground. Brunson from the wing. Chris Paul, a very proud defender. Yeah. 7-time member of the all-defensive team. And that 3 rims out, but you see he didn't give any ground to Doncic on that post-up, Richard.
No, and people forget that streak he had of steals early on in his career. Yeah, stealing in your most consecutive games with the steal is Luka Doncic with the finish.
He'll go to the free throw line, trying to complete the 3-point play. That foul's going to go against Bridges.
And and there's nothing you can do. He has this unique combination of size, of strength, of handle. So once he gets you on that hip, it's a wrap. And not only is he great at finishing with both hands, high off the glass, pull-up jumper, the body control, and the ability to get a late assist. So you're afraid to come in and collapse when he gets too deep, because now you could be giving up an open three.
And this is the custom about this time every game. You can say with ease that Luka is on triple-double watch. Booker with the midi, got it. This Phoenix Suns team, in any spot in the league this year, a heavy mid-range shooting team.
It's amazing analytics. We'll always say that, and I know people have gotten away a little bit from it, but now the best team in basketball shoots more twos than anybody else.
Great defense by Booker. Better shot by Luka inside.
And that's what we're talking about. He's unguarded. He's unguardable. And you don't want to collapse, so he's going to get one-on-one play down there, because he's so good at finding his teammates.
Crowder with the three. If Crowder makes threes, that forces Doncic to guard him a little bit, right?
Yeah, and that's a tough shot. If you're Luka and the Dallas Mavericks, you'll take that a step-back three from Jay Crowder. But this is where they got to get movement. Don't just sit and watch Luka.
Puts a shoulder down into Bridges, kicks it out to Kleber. Lefty finish. A little bit of jelly at the rim by Maxi Kleber.
And good job there, driving that closeout. He helps in on Luka. You get that closeout, you got to drive it.
Inside Ayton with some room service.
You got to get back. If you're the Dallas Mavericks, you got to fill in that paint, because